Hi guys, out here shooting a quick vid of just some of the other stuff I got. Now this is just basically like funny looking things and discs and stuff like that. Now, I think this thing here is really interesting. For one thing, it just absolutely, there's no way this is any kind of a modern replica of anything. I mean, first of all, who in their right mind would, it's hematite. Who in the world would carve on hematite long enough to make something like this look old and then try to sell it to somebody? Who could you sell something like this to? It's got like a little knife edge over here and 3 holes over there. And some kind of strange writing over here that apparently has never been deciphered. The stuff that's on these things here is a type of writing that was, you know, before there was writing, and so people don't, no one knows what it means. It's got a, it's kind of a C shape, 4 holes down here, obviously drilled with, you know, stone bits or else with, you know, cane and sand, you know, cane drilled. Got some kind of thing that used to be carved in there, but it's basically looks like it's pretty much eroded out, or just, you know, I don't know, you can't make out. It's something carved in there. Trippy things. Let's see, here's a crazy thing. Wonder what that is. What it was for, what it did. It's a theme though of a, you know, a square outside with a, or no, I think that's round outside with a square hole through it. Is that deal? Anyway, here's another one of those. I found a couple of more of these things. Just little jade shell pendants. Here's another one, pretty similar, a little darker jade. Still got that gunk all over it. I took the first couple of those that I pulled out. I carved all the gunk off of them, or not carved it off. I washed it off. And now here's that monkey riding on a horse, which a friend of mine pulled out the I forget iconography, or anyway, iconography. I forget. But anyway, it means the pictures that are homonyms, that, you know, because there's basically a whole lot more words than there were symbols and sounds. So they use the same sounding word for a whole bunch of different things. It could be nouns, verbs, adverbs, all kinds of stuff like that. And so they, you know, put them together to make them all mean something. And a horse means something, and a monkey means something, and riding on something, being sit above or racing or running, it means all these things mean. And basically this one translates to, hey, I'm a really good worker, I work too hard and too long, I need a raise. That's the honest truth. I'll show you how to, I'll include a link to it in my video. But now, you see, you know, here's the same thing again, except when you look really close, those aren't the same monkey faces. They're, you know, I mean, these things are, you know, there was like a style, a classic style of making these things, but it's like every one that they made varied a little bit. There's all kinds of slight variations all over it, which I think is kind of trippy. Now here's another just intricately carved thing. And who would go to all the work of carving something like that to sell as a modern fake replica? Who knows? But see what else is cool. Okay, yeah. Here's a thing. Look at the detail in there. And also you'll note it's got stuff wedged in there, and I forget what the significance of that was, but it's in one of those tapes of David Anderson's, one of his YouTube videos, which I highly recommend. I'll leave links for those too. But that's just kind of it. I just kind of wanted to show off a few more of the crazy, all the kinds of strange things I've got. These are, I don't know what they mean, they're like figure eights. And they come in a lot of colors and sizes. They look like an 8-ball to me. Look like it should be on an 8-ball. Okay, and here's just that big old black, feels like hematite, I don't know, maybe black jade ring. Here's a great big old bead. Big old fat honker thing. And the hole, when you look down it, like I've tried to film it before and you can't, but when you look down at the hole just kind of spirals going down and through there. It kind of spirals as it goes down through there. So sure wouldn't drilled by any metal bit unless it was on some kind of a floppy stem. Okay, well that's oh wait, yeah, I got one more crazy thing to kind of show off. This I don't know what it is, or it's kind of got a blade over here that's been kind of battered and abused. And now something that's interesting about that is these little figures that you see down in here, they're bas-relief. They're not carved out. Everything around them is carved off, and these are all left standing. And our term for that is bas-relief. I remember my 8th grade art teacher hammering me with that. He was quite a guy. Beautiful stone. Okay, well thanks guys. I'll probably tie something on, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, now here's a little bit of apparently what was a necklace, because they all look like the same things to me. Very kind of pretty stuff. Obviously biconically drilled. The hole's just got a cone running down through there to the center, kind of tiny in the center. Shows I've looked up under high-powered magnifiers at the little lines you can see going down through there, down through this jade. There's little scoring lines where they were drilling, and they're identical to the ones that you find on the Anastasia pieces of pottery where they drilled them to make pendants or just some kind of hanging thing like that out of. They look identical to the type of so they were drilled by almost certainly the same type of technique that the Anasazi were drilling through a broken potsherd when they would make little amulets and stuff like that out of them. And that they're drilled long ways through them, and plus they got the deal on the end, so they were probably made to go side by side, end to end. People think of beads being on necklaces like this, but these obviously went, end to end like that, like I've seen some coin necklaces. And here's a couple that are discs, and these look very similar, like they could have been off the same. I don't know. I mean, it's the same type of necklace anyway. These are what you think of for beads. I got one in here that's radically different from the others. Now this, I just can't help but say, looks modern to me, I don't know. I'm going to quit saying I don't know. I notice I say that about every third sentence in these videos. You just don't know what you sound like until you listen to yourself, and then you're like, oh! But anyway, that's just some cool stuff. Some of them have got writing or symbol. I don't know if that's writing. I don't know if that's Chinese writing. But anyway, a point I was trying to make earlier is that in the Chinese and Oriental languages, in their writing systems, they have way more sounds, way more characters than they have sounds. So they reuse their sounds a whole bunch of times. So there's, like some of their characters, like a dozen or more of them, all have the same sound. So, it's like puns, or, like the way the Twitty Britties do when they, crack wise with Cockney, something rhymes with something, you think of something in that. And that's what they call it, like 4 steps of degrees of separation or whatever from its actual meaning and what it, started out to be, just in slang. But anyway, thanks, guys. Here I've got one more kind of interesting one I wanted to show. It's just kind of a little froggy frog. It's just cool. Now listen, I don't care. I'm, don't do much. So anybody that wants to message me or ask questions or anything like that, or tell me something you think I don't know, which, happens all the time. God, I've found out so much cool information since I put these on YouTube. Man, you YouTubers, that you got some great connections for links and stuff that, I've been posting these on Facebook for months, and, God bless those Facebook guys. But I got a whole lot better hits off of, getting me good information when I posted them on YouTube. But anyway, not dissing my Facebook buds. I love them. I love every one of you. Bless your pointed little heads. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks, guys. Coming to you from Ventura County, California.